Okay, so checking out Morgan and his stroke correction today. So Morgan swims at around 150s per 100, or an average pace on a longer distance. It drops significantly, and just a couple of good reasons for that, as we can see in the following. So he's a reasonable swimmer. Does a lot of the um, things form well. So we can see that bottom shot there. We just look at the head position. It's a really good level-headed position through there, breathing, keeping one goggle in the water all the time, which is great. Exhaling through the nose. Just a side note there, you can just see the fingers splitting a little bit there. Morgan just you want to try and keep them together, get a better purchase on the water, but not a major, just a minor. Dropping the core also a little bit through here, a little bit of a split. You probably want to tighten through the buttocks, engage that core area a little more, just so you're stiffer in the water. Again, that's just a minor point. Keep playing here, we can sort of see some of the majors. So in that top shot there, just crossing over, so coming across on entry, coming across the midline of the body. So if there's a midline through there, fingertips just coming across the top of that. Also on that, we can see we've got this real straight arm catch. Doesn't engage till really late, effectively pulling with a straight arm straight through. So using the smaller muscle groups to do that, the deltoids rather than the big back muscles. So it's not really lifting this elbow up high enough. If you look in that bottom shot, you kind of want that elbow up here, only engaging quite late. So it's very straight, pushing down, and then begins to push back. So really losing quite a lot of purchase on the water. If we can engage that arm sooner, almost as soon as it hits the water, you want to keep the wrist below the elbow and the elbow below the shoulder, and then engage that elbow. So bigger bend, and have it coming straight back around, so you get that classic angle of about 100 degrees or something like that, somewhere around there. Okay, so it should look something like that on your pull through. And then of course the feet, we can see major cause of the drag. So there's not a lot of, a little bit of ankle movement there, but it is straight down. So if we're looking at that ankle, that foot there, it doesn't really come up high enough. So you really kind of want it up here and then flicking back. So pushing back on the water. You can see it's really just pushing down, even backwards, and then hanging there. So you've got that real water's going that way, it's going to hit it. It's kind of like driving a car with the handbrake on, or when your brakes on your bike just kind of seize up a little bit. So really creating a lot of drag, and you can just see that's another reason. Hand exit there is quite good. That's in a good spot. So getting good length of the stroke. So that could explain the lower stroke rate. So the length is fine in the stroke. Head's in a good position. So it's really just working on that crossover. So for that, I guess you want to use the finis skeg, and that will help guide the hand. So it's just feeling for that crossover. The straight arm pull. So you want to try and develop that catch, that high elbow. So drills, long dog, and sculling help develop that catch. Getting over the barrel, reaching over the barrel, trying to pull through. And then of course the ankles, so using some fins, getting out there with some fins, just nice long rubber fins, just trying to develop that ankle flexibility and a little bit of stretching, sitting on your feet underneath you. That's going to take a little more time to fix, as it's a mechanical issue. But would be the top three. But I think there's certainly a lot of good things about Morgan's stroke, and if he can develop some of those flaws, he'll be moving much faster, well under the 2 minutes, I would have thought. That's it. Thank you.